4, 3, 2, 1. Happy almost
New
New
Year.
Year, everyone. I hope you're listening to this on December 31st, as this is the last podcast of The Funny Business. Until next year. Got him. Welcome back, everybody. Fired way to start up. Matt, I'm sure we're just ready to just enjoy the last day of 2021. You know, it wasn't as bad as 2020, but it's sure starting to pick up again, start being like 2020. But Matt, how are you today? How are things on this final episode?
Things are great. Final episode vibes are high. So we are recording this a week early just to give us a little break.
No, we're not.
I'm
just kidding.
I was like, what? Because podcasters work hard. Not everybody can do what we do. Okay, I would like to see LeBron James try to run a podcast every week. I bet he couldn't do it. Obama does have a podcast. Not everybody can do what we do. So we deserve a break. We're working extra hard this week before Christmas, just so we can give you, the good listeners of the Funny Business Podcast, another fun episode. I'm doing great. Mike, I have some fantastic news to deliver here on the podcast. So as of today, this recording date, we had my staff Secret Santa gift exchange. We had a festive contest where the most festive person dressed up won a prize. I dressed as Buddy the Elf. I won in a landslide, an absolute landslide. Second place was close. I'm not going to disclose what that is because no one wants to know.
Nope.
But coming home with some extra cash is never a bad thing from work.
Ooh, the bonus,
oh yes,
a little dono. I'm
I'm
assuming it's cash, right?
Cash and a gift card to Whole Foods.
Nice. Do you ever participate in Whole Foods or?
We went once as a family, and we haven't been back since. It's an interesting place. I mean, I'll definitely use the gift card just because I have it, and they do have some good things. It's a unique store. It's not one that I would go to every time, but once in a while, sure, why not?
It's hilarious that you hear podcasts in like the West Coast that talk about like Whole Foods the whole time, and then there's us being like, well, there's the local supermarket that's right down the street from us that we like to go to.
Yeah, just drive on down to Dave's Super Duper.
Dave's Super Duper. Wow. Blast from the past.
Yes, it is.
I'm surprised I picked that up. Matt, it's the end of the year. I thought we would bring back some memes. Thought we would talk about some things that happened in 2021 that we may or may not have forgotten. Some may be very recent, and then others may be things that were early on in the year 2021.
Not from January 6th.
No, definitely not.
Not from January 6th.
Matt, a little bit of just personal things for all of us. Matt, you and I were fully boosted by now, but we received our first vaccines in the very middle of the year. I think mine was particularly in April.
I'm not boosted up yet. I will be.
Not? I thought you were.
I'm not. No,
Whoops.
We're going next week to get it. It's okay.
Are you going as a couple or are you going as a family?
So we are. Actually, the day that we're going to get together, we might get it that afternoon before we see you. Right before you see you.
Oh, dude, take some. What is the thing that I was recommended?
We're going to be fine because the time we're going. Right. Yes. Not an ad. Not an ad at all. We'll be fine. We're going to get it like right before we see you guys, so it's not going to hit us till the next day.
Okay.
We planned it well.
Planned it very well, my friend.
Yes. It's more than just a pretty face up here.
Big brain. Matt, another thing that happened personally for us. We hit affiliate on Twitch this year.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, what the heck? You and I were a little skeptical with things as far as, are we going to hit it? What are we going to do? Matt, let me ask you, what would be advice to those who are maybe live streaming on Twitch or any other platform, practical advice that you would give to somebody who, because let's be honest here, we're not full-time streamers, we're not full-time podcasters, we're just full-time good people. So of course we're going to share what we know, but maybe some practical advice to those who may be thinking of starting.
So this is going to be weird, but be consistent, but don't force yourself to be consistent. So set a schedule. So like we used to do Tuesday, Thursdays. Once I went back to work, we couldn't always do Tuesday, Thursdays. I had weeks I just couldn't stream. So it's good to set a schedule. It's good to try and stay on track, but don't get frustrated if you have to change it. There's even full-time streamers that, something happens the day of and they tweet out to their community, hey, I'm not going to be on stream today. I'll be back tomorrow, or I'll be back in 2 days. So it's okay to take breaks. But if you're really just starting to try to be, whether you want to be a full-time streamer, whether you want to be a part-time streamer and hit affiliate just to get some extra perks, be patient, be consistent, but allow yourself to have some leeway in your schedule and games you play and things like that.
100%, I back you up on that. I think another thing too is you'd be very surprised that your friends and your, shall I say, significant others, but you'd be surprised how early on you can make those achievements by getting people that you just know to participate in just watching your stream. And it never hurts to ask. The worst you can get is a no. So find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/funnybusinessen. If you're wondering, it's a little more laid back, casual. There's no censorship on that sometimes, but
I think that's another thing too, is be a little entertaining and interactive with your chat. Don't just be focused in on the game all the time. Not that we have a lot of consistent chatters or viewers that we see. But when someone comments on the chat, we're going to have a little conversation with them just to be nice to them.
I mean, unless you're clutching up for the dub, which I do recall a couple weeks ago. I was not talking at all.
Right. And there's times it's going to be, but when you're just laid back, when you're loading into a game, just try to have a conversation. And even, let's say you only have like 2 viewers in there. There might be someone that's not chatting that just wants to see what you're like. So don't be afraid to just kind of like talk to yourself, but also talk to chat at the same time, even if there's no one participating. It just kind of gives people the right idea.
Gets the people going.
It gets the people going. That was from Blades of Glory, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. The song in Paris, the people in Paris.
Yep.
That first bit is like, no one knows what it means, but it's provocative. It gets the people going. And it was the scene that they were having dinner. It was the first night they were together with their coach and they were having dinner, and Will Ferrell, I completely forget his name in that movie Blades of Glory, but he's on the treadmill, and
John Michael.
Yes, was that the other one?
Something like that.
But Matt, I didn't have any other personal achievements within the year that want to be talked about right now. I think just plainly the consistency of us having a 52-week freaking episode schedule. It's unmatched.
It's weird. It's weird to think about.
Mm-hmm. It's very weird. So, Matt, some other things that happened throughout 2021. There was an iCarly reboot, which everybody came back pretty excited about. Another thing that people were excited about was Adele releasing a new album, as well as T-Swift. Within that, too, there was a couple other things. The rise of Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia Rodrigo definitely had a good year. Good for her. She looks happy and healthy.
She had a good year in music. Maybe personal life, not too much of a good year.
That's why you write a song. I do have to say, I'm a little upset with the Taylor Swift fans.
Why?
I feel like, and I saw this on somebody else doing a YouTube video about it, and I completely agree with them. We should stop hating celebrities' exes, period.
That's tough. See, I'm going to disagree just because I'm a Taylor Swift fan.
Of course you are.
So I'm going to be a little biased. I'm going to be biased. I'm going to admit that right now. What's his name? Jake Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal, my bad. Yeah, he can suck it. But
why?
Yeah, in general, because he's a douche.
Why?
Because he's a douche.
Why?
Because he is a douche.
I'm going to keep saying why until you give me an answer instead of...
I'm not going to keep... I'm going to give you the same answer. No, I do agree. Honestly, like, I don't really care. Her music is good. But as a T-Swift stan, yes, I hate Jake Gyllenhaal. All my homies hate Jake Gyllenhaal.
Gyllenhaal.
I hate him so much, I'm going to mispronounce his name on purpose to piss him off.
Whatever, moving on.
You had to know that was coming.
Speaking of breakups and other things, we did see a lot of things come up. J-Lo and Ben Affleck.
Oh, my heart.
What do they call themselves?
the losers. That's what they call themselves.
That's true.
Poor A-Rod.
Oh, I know.
Damn.
Another one is Kim Ye, another divorce. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian.
Hate to see it.
That kind of finally like ended like the last 2 weeks of 2021. Like they finally said it's done, it's over with, let's go for it. And then of course, big Pete Davidson energy, everybody.
So that's my thing. I didn't know that they were officially done, and then I just saw a story that Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian were reportedly dating. I was like, when the hell did she officially divorce Kanye? Real quick, going back to A-Rod, did you ever hear the funniest story of what happened on their first date?
With J-Lo and A-Rod?
With J-Lo and A-Rod.
No.
A-Rod went to the bathroom and texted J-Lo from the bathroom, "You look so hot tonight." I swear, that is a true story.
How old were they?
They're in their 40s, 50s maybe. I think J-Lo might be 50. Yeah. Listen, I love A-Rod. Can't be doing that one, buddy.
He can hit home runs in the field, but he can't hit home runs.
What if I went to the bathroom on my first date with April, if I would have went to the bathroom and texted her that,
why not me? Why not me, Matt?
Okay.
It's about us.
Right. If either of us would go on a bathroom on a first date and text the person we're with, "You look so hot tonight," if I go back to the table, I would expect them to leave. I wouldn't expect them to be there. I think that's fair. That's a psychopath move.
Yeah, because if you can't admit it in person, and especially too, I hate to be that guy, but the fact that you had to say something like "you're so hot," like saying "you look beautiful tonight" is a little bit more appropriate than "you look hot." Like,
right. Well, they do say chivalry is dead. So
no, it's not.
It's not. No, it is not.
Let me tell you,
there's guys like you and me.
The judicial system is also screwed up, but we had some wins here this year. Free Britney, officially free.
Yes, snaps for Britney.
Snaps for Britney.
Snaps.
For those who weren't totally aware, Britney Spears was in a conservatorship with her father. And I kid you not, Matt, this has been going on for like months. And we finally got like the word in like late November, early December that Britney has been freed.
Did we also, was free Kesha this year or was that last year?
I think
Kesha was last year. Yeah, it was last year. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I
thought. Matt, I'm just going to skip this. Squid Games happened this year. But then another thing too, Showergate. Do you remember us talking about how celebrities like to think on how much they should shower?
Yeah, wasn't that Mila Kunis asking Kutcher's don't shower or shower like once a week? Yeah, that's disgusting. It's still disgusting.
Very disgusting.
Yeah.
The Weeknd performed at the Super Bowl this year. I thought
fantastic.
It was a really good performance.
Was one of the best we've had in a long time. The memes, remember everyone was tweeting that video of like him getting lost, and that was awesome. Yeah, that was a good time.
It was a very good time.
This year's Super Bowl halftime show is gonna be lit.
Who is it again?
Oh, I have to look it up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, please hold.
Wait, isn't it like a triage of somebody? Super Bowl 2020.
There's like 5 people. Halftime show. Here we go. Eminem, I think, is in it. It's Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick Lamar.
What?
Yeah.
That
is awesome.
Wow.
You know what? You know what's coming though. Everyone's gonna be like, it's gonna be. You can't go online afterwards because everyone's gonna be fighting. You're gonna have the older generation saying it sucked, the younger generation saying it was awesome. When you put the two together, what do you get? Facebook.
Matt, I thought you were just talking about how your aunt posted on Facebook. No, I'm just kidding. I have no friend. I have no connections with Matt's relatives.
Aunts. Yeah.
I was gonna say relatives. And then of course the last thing that has come up, Bing Bong.
Bing Bong. The hard holidays. Respectfully.
Matt, anything that came up to you this year that you particularly liked?
Just in general, anything? Like personal or in the real world?
Well, I mean, I will say something personal about you. You got full time after.
Yeah, my whole life just like flipped upside down.
Yeah, your whole life
was pretty much.
2021 was your year, man. That was awesome.
It was something. The first 4 months kind of sucked, and then all of a sudden, the flip of a switch, it just, life just hit me like a brick wall in a good way. It was awesome. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to 2022 personally. I don't know if you have anything personal.
It's pretty mellow this year.
Yeah.
I think, some good highlights. 2 years with Jenna. It'll be 3 in February. I, obviously have never dated somebody for this long, so I tip of the cap to Jenna because thanks for what do you call it? Thanks for
putting up with Mike.
Thanks for putting up with me.
Right.
Yeah, so it's been good. But one of the things I will mention, Matt, that we will cover in the new year, and we'll cover next year. Haha. Do you remember Lake Superior State University?
Nope.
So very early on, they came up with a list of banished words.
Yep, I do remember this.
Matt, they will reveal the list of banished words on the release of this podcast.
Oh, you want to guess 3 of them right now?
I would love to.
I think Bing Bong is going to be in there. What else?
Okay, yeah, buddy.
Chuggy. I think Chuggy's going to be in there.
Chuggy, okay.
Chuggy. What else?
Hate to be that person, but definitely some COVID things.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it'll be asked again for it to be eliminated. God, what's another one that people say? You know what? Here's a true dark horse. Lit.
Yeah, I feel like that kind of died off a little bit. I have one. Cap.
Yes.
Cap. That's going to be on there. Yeah. Yeah, no cap. I'm also just so distracted right now. One of my work Secret Santa gifts was a gag gift. It's a bag of candy, and it says suck on a bag of dicks, and I have it right next to my computer, and I can't stop staring at it. I don't know why.
Get it out of the way. Just get it out of the way.
All right, there it is. Now I'm looking at the sex dice.
Matt,
right,
why?
Move that out of the way as well.
Matt, what you got going on in your room tonight there?
Listen, I'm not answering that question.
Got a sex dice and a bag of dicks. What's next?
Yeah.
Boy, your Secret Santa knew you so much this year.
No comment.
Yeah. Lit. Cap. God, what's a TikTok trend? What's a trend?
Yeah,
I
can't think of one.
But
I think Bing Bong's probably the big TikTok one.
Yeah, Bing Bong. Matt, but speaking of TikTok, I had a conversation I wanted to talk with you about today.
Sure.
Matt, as a matter of fact, why don't we go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have this conversation. Let's say you start a podcast, or you're running your own side hustle and have a bunch of links that you want your audience to know about. As a podcast, Matt and I have all of our social media, all of our podcast links, and other important things. Make it easier for your followers to find your important links, social media, and latest content by having it all in one page with solo.to. I'll be honest, I have used similar websites like this, but nothing compares to solo.to. All of your links are clean and easy to navigate. Have an upcoming video? It's really easy to make those changes. Plus, solo.to has opportunities to upgrade to include more customization, advanced analytics, and so much more. Solo.to is giving us a special opportunity for you to get 10% off if you create an account and upgrade. Be sure to go to solo.to/funnybusiness to create your account today. Solo.to, it's the way to go. Do you think, Matt, people are tired of hearing our Anchor ad?
Yeah, probably. But let's be honest, if it wasn't for Anchor, we would not be doing a podcast.
You're right, Matt. Once again, we have to thank Anchor for helping us continue to make each episode. Y'all know how it works. Anchor is free. It's easy to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer, and distributes your podcast to platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and more.
And you all know that you can make money too, even with the first couple episodes that you start with.
So why haven't you started your own podcast yet? Anchor is everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's anchor.fm.
So, Mike, when do you think we'll stop talking about Anchor?
Oh, man, Matt. You know what? To be completely honest, I think we'll be talking about this for a long time.
Okay, let's slide into the second half of the show we have for you all today. Mike, TikTok.
Yes.
On the clock.
TikTok on the clock. But the party don't stop,
Don't stop. Don't. I lost it.
We're going off the rails.
Yeah, we're in shambles.
We are in shambles. But Matt,
Yep.
I had a discussion that I heard on the good old tripod this past week that I thought we would like to discuss, maybe debate. So this is not a formal take it, but it's a little bit of up for discussion.
Sure.
Matt, you, my friend, you're pretty trendy. I have to agree with that.
I like to feel like I am.
Pretty trendy. You know, Matt, I'll take Bing Bong, for instance. Bing Bong, what would you consider that video to be?
Like what kind of, like a platform?
What kind of video? Like what kind of status did it earn? Like, what are
I think it went viral. It was definitely a viral video. A TikTok video, things like that.
You already pointed out my discussion for the beginning. So you said it was a viral video.
Yes.
I believe that the word viral needs to be redefined.
How so? I don't necessarily disagree, but I don't almost see what you say first.
Yep. Nope. That's okay. So when we think about the word viral, what are some of the things that comes to your mind when we talk about virality or viral?
It's famous. It's hot in the streets, and a lot of people know about it.
It's hot in the streets?
It's hot in the streets. What do you mean? It's hot in the streets.
Sorry, I completely lost. What was your third point?
Like everybody knows about it.
Okay.
Or most people know about it.
So, when we think about viral back in the day, a couple videos that come to mind. You can agree or disagree. Charlie Bit My Finger.
Yep.
Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy
Jenkins. So those videos and let's just say trends garnered millions and millions of views on YouTube. We'll keep
mostly
keep
from
it that way.
YouTube. Yep.
Chewbacca Mom. Do you remember Chewbacca Mom?
No.
So there was a mom who went Facebook Live in her car and bought a mask, a Chewbacca mask that made noise when you opened your mouth up. And she was just having the time of her life. I gotta say, it's funny. It's just a feel good moment. She, got sponsorships with, I believe Hasbro was the official toy company for that mask. She made GMA appearances.
Wow.
She's popular.
Would you consider Grumpy Cat to be viral?
Grumpy Cat viral. You see, Matt, what I'm more looking at is the statistical amount. The fact that these videos got millions of views. We're now starting to see ordinary things or just one-off things get millions of views. And I just literally bare bone minimum. Like, yeah, of course, algorithms are definitely one thing. Mm-hmm. What, the demographic, the who, what, when, where, why. But just looking strictly at numbers, there are videos like Bing Bong or Hard Hat Holiday, respectfully, that are garnering this amount of engagement that the viral videos of the past, same amount. So I think it needs to be redefined because now everyone's getting 1 million views every time they're on TikTok.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't, like, if you post one video and that video gets 1 million views, I wouldn't say that's viral. I think nowadays, kind of what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Like, Bing Bong is viral because it's on TikTok, it's on Twitter, it's on Instagram, it's on YouTube, it's everywhere. Like, you could go TikTok famous, but if I don't see 30,000 tweets in it on Twitter, I wouldn't consider that viral. Like, there's videos on TikTok that get 2 million likes because of a cute proposal. I wouldn't say that's a viral video because if I go to someone who doesn't have TikTok, say, hey, did you see that video? No, I didn't. I can go to plenty of people who just don't have TikTok that still say Bing Bong. Even like memes, like Grumpy Cat. Everybody knows Grumpy Cat because he's all over the internet. I think for it to be viral, it has to be all over every, not just social media platform, but on the internet, making memes about it, things like that. I think you are right. That probably does have to get changed because how many people are saying, oh yeah, I make viral videos all the time, and it's just TikTok videos. Like they're not even known on Twitter, they're not known on Facebook, they're not known on Instagram.
Let's talk about Bones. Is it a Bones Day or not?
So I will say that yes is viral because they do have a Twitter account that they post every day on.
Yep.
And merchandise is going off the rails for Bones Days.
Okay. Again, that wasn't anything up for discussion. It was just your thoughts. Because I could agree with you on that too. Yeah, you're right. I think now here's the thing I will point out to anybody who is in the professional field of social media, digital media. Going viral is not a strategy. Let's just clear the air here. Going viral is not a strategy that you should try to invest your time in, because, and this is something that has been pointed out multiple times on occasion when somebody says, oh, we need to go viral. Let's just say, Matt, you and I did a stupid viral trend. Let's just say we were the ones that said bing bong. Mm-hmm. And we decided that we wanted to do a podcast. How weird would that be that we went viral because we said bing bong or F your life or Joe Byron, where then could come up when we tried doing an hour-long show. Everybody's like, these guys aren't that fun anymore because you and I are very apparent with the bing bong and those one-worded sentences that I don't think people will listen to us for that. So bare bone minimum, going viral is not a social media strategy.
Yeah, you can't make something go viral. It just kind of happens. Mm-hmm. Like you can't plan for that to happen. It's just unexpectedly happens. Like when I post a TikTok, I don't say, oh, I think I'm going to make one to get 1 million views. Like that doesn't happen. You know, my most popular video that I made on TikTok got 250,000 views. And it was one that I just came up with the idea in 5 minutes and posted it. And I was like, all right, if this gets like 500, I'll be happy. And an hour later, yeah, it was the golf one. Yeah. Like you can't plan it. It just happens. Like the Bing Bong guys, they didn't say, oh, this is going to go viral. Because in reality, the Bing Bong video is kind of stupid. It's just funny. Like who would have thought that would become the next big internet trend and viral video? You have no idea. So that's why when people, you're right, like you can't strategize to go viral because most likely it's just not going to happen.
And I think the thing that you are now basically locked in to is you are stuck on that viral trend. And the fact that, so let's just say we did something stupid. We decided to, I don't know. I decided to, God, help me out here. Let's do something trend. Let's do something viral.
Yeah, okay. After we just said we can't do anything viral.
Theoretically speaking.
We lit your car on fire.
Okay, so you lit my car on fire and
drove it through the Taco Bell parking lot.
Sure.
Yep.
People are going to get that expectation if you decided to follow me for a trend that I'm going to be lighting more cars on fire and driving to more parking lots.
Correct. That leads to arson.
Yeah. And you get so stuck on this viral trend that once you post another video, it becomes, well, is that really Mike and Matt? Is that what it is? And I think people get so caught up on this whole virality of content that people don't realize that viral is just sometimes a one-off thing.
Yeah, it's like the Bones Day guy with the pugs. What's his name again?
Choppy?
No. Anyway. But like his videos don't really do well unless it's a Bones Day post. Like people follow him to see if Noodles. It's Bones Day or not. Noodles, there it is. Yeah, if he posts a regular video with Noodles, like I've seen it not perform as well as a Bones Day video because that's what people follow him for and people expect to see. So you're right. It's maybe a good thing to go viral because it can start your career, but also it could be a curse because people just want the same stuff. And then when you don't, they're going to comment, hey, give me more Bones Day videos. And then you're like, well, I'm trying to do more than just that. And it's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
I can think of one person that we've met that is like that.
Yep. Yes. Definitely.
Yeah. No, I just once you said that, I'm like, I've heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
So Matt, how would we define viral in 2022?
I think it's just something that's known across I don't know how they track this, but across every platform online. It's just something that you go on a platform, you see it. And if you see it on all of the platforms, I think that would be considered viral.
And then statistically speaking, what type of engagement are we looking at?
That's a you question. I have no idea.
Yeah. I'd like to phone a friend.
Yeah, I'd like to use my lifeline.
Somebody actually brought up a really interesting point that they consider viral as a piece of content appearing on a news station like Good Morning America.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Because we usually see people who are not participating in it, but like are on the shows that have, been interviewed for it. But I think I think it really just boggles down to strategy now, because let's just take us, for instance, Matt, like the Funny Business Podcast. Like, we bring entertainment and sports on a weekly basis. Weekly news about sports and entertainment, and then about our daily life. For us to have that consistency, we are going to garner that audience that wants to hear about that. But if we decide to do something stupid, set my car on fire and run through Taco Bell parking lot, we're going to be stuck. We're going to be stuck in a corner because the authenticity of it is going to go down. And that's something that I think I have been talking to with some of colleagues and network, and just the simple fact that going viral is not a strategy, and you shouldn't be aiming for it because it naturally happens.
Yeah, you can't plan for something that's just gonna randomly happen. You can't plan for that in any job you have, whether it's making videos or your regular 9-to-5 job. Just can't do it.
Well, thanks for that discussion, Matt. I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, I think Matt would have a really good discussion about this. So thank you.
I appreciate you think I would have that. Another interesting discussion to have, Mike.
Yes.
So, I don't know if you've seen this in the world of sports has been popping off lately with proposals at sporting events. So we saw 2 videos this past week. We saw most recent video was the Utah Jazz dance team was ready to perform at halftime, I believe it was, and started off regular, and then all of a sudden the music kind of changed. And it was Bruno Mars, I think I Want to Marry You. Yeah. Marry You. And one of the dancers is very confused because she did not expect this to happen. And her boyfriend came in the center of the basketball court and got on a knee and proposed. So that was a successful proposal. Then we saw at the Jets-Dolphins game this past weekend, a gentleman planned to have it come up on the video board and ask his girlfriend if he would marry her. He was not in his seat when the proposal came up on the video board. We don't know if he was stuck in line buying beer or food or if he was in the bathroom, but the girlfriend was by herself and he was nowhere to be found. I'm happy to report she did say yes.
Oh, yay!
They are engaged. However, another discussion, because I have a very strong feeling about this. How do you feel about proposing at sporting events? Because I think it's kind of lame. It's not something that I will ever be doing in my lifetime. I just feel like there's too much pressure at a sporting event for one, the person to say yes, two, for it to go well, because if it doesn't, you mess up in front of 40,000 people, and three, you go to the sporting event to enjoy the sporting event. Like, I wouldn't want to go to a Yankees game and have to worry about proposing to my girlfriend at the time, because I'm not going to enjoy what I spent all that money to do.
I don't know why you're asking me about proposals, man. I haven't done any in a while.
I'm not saying you are.
I think they're nice given the circumstance. When it comes to proposals, I originally, okay, so this is going to go away from the sports. We're just going to talk about proposals.
Yeah, that's fine.
Originally, years ago when I was immature and stupid, I thought proposals were meant to be this big fad production. Like, it was meant to be this big thing where, you had to come up with things, you had to bring out the rose petals, the red carpet or the white carpet or the white veil, whatever the hell you put down. And, there's this nice little setup with pictures and like this like little thing that goes down and somebody's in like a nice like outfit that's just on their one knee. Bullshit. No. What the importance of it is the thought that counts. And I think the production of the thought is bullshit. What I think is you need to be handed the cards that you're dealt with in order for you to do the proposal. So let's just say, for instance, there's a particular venue or event that you've been to that you want to propose to your significant other to. Whether it's a winery or, a particular place, a college campus, or wherever that may be. Mm-hmm. Like the fact that you are thinking about things that mean so much to you instead of it being fabricated is something that I truly believe in. So if this couple was their first official date was at a Dolphins game?
Yeah, Hard Rock Stadium.
Hard Rock, Florida.
Sure, right.
Was that their first date? Was that what caused them, was there significance that they were on the video board at the time they were on their first date? Like, we don't know. I do have to say, calling out anybody who is part of the, quote, event management for that game, because they should have said something to him. Hey, buddy, listen, your video board's going to come up in a few seconds. Like, you're going to be the next stoppage time for that. Or should have been given an estimate, and I'll follow up with you because I'm sure you know some of the inner workings of that. They should have at least notified him instead of going up for a beer. That's so fabricated proposals. Like, it was the Utah Jazz. Beautiful. It was cute. I thought it was pretty cute. It was pretty cute. Mm-hmm. But it was a little fabricated to my liking because, it was a production. Again, I'm a little bit more of a person that's meant for the thought rather than the fabrication of a production.
I think the fabrication can be okay if it's meant in a good way. Like you said, if you go to, I don't know, let's say
a wine festival.
A wine festival. Yeah.
Wine tasting.
Let's say you went to a winery your first date. If you go maybe back to a winery you both like at that time, and you have something fabricated there, then that's fine because it's at a special place. Right. If it's just a random fabrication, probably has no meaning. Maybe it's not the best.
Like a backyard with
right,
stupid,
like a random place.
Yeah.
But I think when it's fabrication mixed in with something meaningful, I think that's okay. In regards to the Miami Dolphins, dude, I put 100% of the blame on him because there's no shot they didn't tell him when it was coming on the board. Because you wouldn't go. Think about it. If you would call the Miami Dolphins up or email, contact people, like, hey, I want to propose, and they help you out, they're not going to not tell you when it's going to happen. They're not going to be like, hey, just be in your seat the whole game. Like, they're going to give you a specific time. So he definitely messed up. I think that's probably on him.
Done messed up, Ron.
Right. Absolutely. Like, there's no shot in my mind that the Dolphins didn't tell him, and if they didn't, then they're the stupidest production team in the NFL. That's just a fact. I don't think I would ever propose at a sporting event, but I'm also a huge sports fan, so I would rather just go to watch the game.
It depends. The best response ever in business classes. It depends.
So let me rephrase this question, Mike. How do you think you're going to propose?
Not at a sporting event.
Okay, there it is.
Listen,
there it is.
The first, literally, we were just talking about it. The first official date that Jenna and I went on was to a Penguins game. It was baby Penguins.
Oh,
so you really think I'm going to get on the ice and get on one knee to propose? Dude, I can't even know how to freaking ice skate. So.
Neither can I, and I'm going ice skating next week. So,
oh, dude, have fun.
Fingers crossed.
I had to learn how to ice skate and play hockey at the same time for my first ever experience. So
I'll pass.
Not fun.
No.
But again, where was my train of thought? The fact that you want it to be special. Yeah, I will agree with you, Matt. The dude messed up. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Just the dude messed up. Like. This was my train of thought. The fact that you go to like somewhere private versus somewhere public, and I don't know why I got this scenario stuck in my head, but you have the public setting, like a football game, where there's a bunch of eyes on you, like make the decision. Then you're at a private event. You don't know who's watching. Yeah. And I think that is a little creepier than knowing that you're at a public event and everybody's watching you. Like, you know, everyone's watching you, but like a private event, like you're at like some type of venue, like, you don't know, the waiters and waitresses or the hosties would be what I used, host and hostess, plural hosties.
Mm-hmm. Not like what you did
there. Other people, like, you just don't know. Whereas like at a game, it's kind of like, like the one example I will give that's not a proposal. Jen and I went to a baseball game, minor league baseball game back in July. And we were asked to participate in an entertainment in one of the middle of the innings.
Oh, they're the best.
We won. Was very proud of ourselves. But then the amount of people that we didn't know was there. And I was like, there's a lot of people here that we know today.
Yeah.
But, you know, again, those eyes, like, you know, at least, like, Jen and I getting on the video board, like, we know somebody. We probably had an idea that somebody that we knew was there, but we haven't seen them yet. And that's, you know, that's kind of the formulation. But at a private event, you don't know who's watching you.
Yeah, that could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you feel. Yeah.
I'm okay with either or, but I agree with Matt. Just make it meaningful.
Make it meaningful. And that will conclude the second half of the show. We're going to slide in to end 2021 with Down in the Dumps. I don't have a whole lot to contribute to this segment, but I have a few. Mike, I'll jump in if you don't mind.
Go for it.
This first one's kind of more of a say what, but it's also a Down in the Dumps. I just have something going on at work that I really would like to get going and get the ball started. And I just have to wait for people outside of my organization to help. And it's tough because they don't always have the same urgency that I do.
I feel you, man.
Yeah. That's tough. And then also I just don't have a New Year's resolution. I don't have one. I don't know what I don't know what
say what?
I don't know what to set. And you know, usually I try to get one thing to kind of make me feel like motivated in 2022. I don't really have one.
I have one.
Yeah. I have a guess of what it is, but
go ahead. What's your guess?
Well,
oh, you better not go where I think you're gonna freaking go.
Well, I think you had one for 2021.
Uh-huh.
How? And I've been meaning to ask this, but I didn't want to. How is the drone certification going? Have we made any progress?
Nope.
Is it gonna happen?
Eventually.
Okay. Smart answer.
There has been something. Something has come up where somebody is actually drone certified in my company, my organization. Okay. So if I really needed something, I could. It's just a bitch, man.
So it's on the back burner right now.
It's on the back burner right now. Let me ask you a question, Matt, because if you really...
here's a big question. Do you know where the booklet is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's step one.
I wish I had... So... but no, take a wild guess what my New Year's resolution is while I grill you with a question.
Your New Year's resolution is to... Does it have anything to do with your job?
It does not.
Does it have... you want to learn how to cook more foods?
Nope.
No?
But it is about food.
Oh. Do you want to try new foods?
No.
I have no idea.
I want to start limiting my visits to fast food restaurants.
Oh, I'm doing the same. Actually, that's kind of what my New Year's resolution is, but you continue first.
I'm stopping visiting McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King.
Yep, Moe's. Uh-huh.
No.
Yep. Ah, there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Jenna and I were talking.
Ladies and
She's like-
gentlemen, we got him.
Jenna was like, "So you're gonna stop going to Moe's?" I'm like, Jenna, I said I'm contractually obligated to go. Like, there's no way possible that I can
You didn't
say no
say
to that. Like,
you didn't say you're not going to any fast food. You're going to limit the ones you go to.
I think I said the rule of thumb: if I can get it through a drive-through, I can't go.
Okay, I think that's a good one.
Which will be a little bit more challenging because there's a Chick-fil-A on the campus.
But they don't have a drive-through.
Oh, loophole!
There we go.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try it. I think it's doable. I actually was putting in the oven some salsa chicken tonight. Dude, I kid you not, the easiest stuff.
Yeah.
It's a chicken breast that's sliced in half lengthwise, and you put salsa on top of it, and then you put Parmesan cheese. It was a nice gift. Hang on.
Uh-oh, he's getting it, folks. Yeah, no, folks, I think that's a good. I'm just thawing while Mike is here. Oh, Mike is back. Okay, here he is.
So Jenna got me a really nice birthday gift. It is called the I Don't Know How to Cook book.
Here it is. I love it.
It's 300 great recipes you can't mess up. It's by Mary Lane Camberg. It goes through. I mean, dude, it's simply ridiculous. Like, you put it in the pan, 350. Put the chicken on, side by side. Put the salsa over the chicken, top with Parmesan cheese, cover and bake for 30, uncover and bake for another 10.
It's easy.
Quick meal. So I'll share this with you if you want to cook.
I might have to take some pictures of it. I think that's a good one. That's kind of, I guess I did just realize I have one. So I've been going out and buying lunch every day. Just gets me out of the office. I want to start packing at least my lunch 3 times a week.
It's not bad.
So that I only go out to lunch like twice a week, which is good. Saving some money. And also, I have been doing a lot of fast food, so I'm going to do more trips to Wawa, because Wawa is a little bit healthier than McDonald's and Burger King and KFC and Popeyes and all that stuff. So I think, you know what? I think you just helped me get a New Year's resolution.
You're welcome.
Look at us. Air high five.
Whereas last week we did a handshake.
Yeah, that was tough.
It was very weird.
Yeah, that's my down in the dumps that I got.
Well, mine's a little serious. A little down in the dumps with inflation right now. I saw this article by the New York Times was saying that because of inflation, New York City's dining scene face an existential crisis as food prices rise at the fastest pace in decades. And Matt, guess what's affected by this?
Chicken wings.
No, think about prices, like really. Like famous prices.
Gas? No, food. Yeah, my bad.
Unless, you eat gas.
Pizza. Pizza.
Dollar slice pizza.
Damn.
99-cent fresh pizza is now charged $1 for a slice of pizza.
So it raised the penny.
Still, inflation.
Penny.
I think I spent, it was like $40 for a pound of buffalo bites, and I'm like, I'm never going there again.
Wow.
It was a lot. Yeah.
Inflation, why do we have to have inflation? Why is that a thing? This is now just turned into, for those of that remember Matt's drunk thoughts, how is inflation a thing?
Because companies lose money, and then how they take it back is by raising prices.
Corporate greed.
Corporate America.
Yeah, okay. So inflation, in reality, inflation should not be a thing. Yeah, yes, capitalism, right. Right, it's agreed. So in reality, inflation should just not exist, but it just does because people can do what they want. Must be nice.
Yeah. Matt, your question for drone certification.
Yep, hit me with it.
What is the typical altitude for Class D airspace? A, 2,500 feet mean sea level. B, 2,500 feet above ground level. Or C, 3,000 feet above ground level.
I'm going to go A, above sea level.
You're incorrect. It's 2,500 feet above ground level.
That's what I wanted to say. Damn it.
Okay.
It is. And I was like, no, maybe he's trying to trick me.
Yeah, so...
Did you know that one?
I do now.
Oh, there it is.
Actually, I saved a bunch of the documents that's in my study guide material, and I actually got it correct. But again, it's a bitch.
Yep.
I that's about it, Matt. I mean, I'm pretty holly jolly. It's it's getting in the new year. I do wish that I would be able to spend equal times. I mean, I am spending equal times with both sides of the family, my parents and then Jenna's parents, but I wish it was just a little more convenient. And also too, like, I just wish like we could just all hang out, but
yeah. It's tough for you guys because you're so spaced apart.
Mm-hmm. So, but, it's all good. It's, as I shared with somebody, at church, it's temporary. So it's, it's all good. It's all good. It is what it is.
It's all good.
It is what it is. Which, fun fact, I found a store that is called It Is What It Is in Jenna's area. Yep.
Interesting. That's kind of cool.
What it is. So, yeah, down to the dumps. But I think we have a lot to look forward to in 2022.
2022 is going to be the year of funny business.
Lit.
There it is.
But yeah, that concludes the last episode of 2021. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Funny Business Entertainment. Unless you just type in Funny Business Podcast, we're bound to show up in the search feed. You can find all of our social media. I do have to make an announcement. The Spotify has finally updated with now ratings of podcasts. So do us a favor. Rate us 5 stars on the Spotify platform. You can also rate us 5 stars on the Apple Podcast platform. The ratings help us reach more and newer people that are likewise just as cool as you are because you're listening to this. You can find all of the social media and all the good stuff at solo.to/funnybusiness. Mr. Matthew.
Yeah.
What's your advice?
My advice is the biggest advice to wrap up 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, you may have seen we've been using some mugs. You can see my sweatshirt on here. You can see Mike's t-shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to officially announce the merch of the Funny Business Podcast. Snaps out for merch. Snaps. Yes, we have merchandise. Shout out to Mike, who found a way for us to get merch at very low cost and help us get some funds. We have these great mugs. I believe they are $8. They are fire. Super high quality. Oh. Yeah, can you pull up the pricing?
I was like,
I'm pretty sure I paid $8 for this mug.
Now let's give a little preface, Matt, because first of all, we do make a profit with some of your purchases.
Yes.
However, the good news is these things, high quality.
Very high quality.
We were having a discussion, when can we talk about it? When can we announce it? And we both came to an agreement that we should probably buy the stuff first. We should see how it is and then make the decision on whether or not to promote it. So, so for the mug, how much did you say it was?
8.
It's 10.
Okay, close enough.
But again, these prices, I actually lowered the prices last night because...
There we go.
Yeah. So you can get this long sleeve. You can get Matt's zip. Is it a zip-up hoodie or is it just a regular hoodie?
No, it's the regular hoodie.
So the regular hoodie, you can get a regular t-shirt. You can get a zip-up hoodie. You can get a mug. And Matt just released last night, you can get yourself a desk mat.
Really?
Uh-huh. An 18 by 36
fantastic.
desk mat. Perfect for all you gamers out there. Matt, this is first time Matt's hearing this.
I did not know this was a thing.
Top left-hand corner, bottom left-hand corner is twitch.tv/funnybusinessen. So
that's freaking awesome. It really is high quality stuff though. The mug is really good. Like Mike said, the shirts are all good. Shipping did take a little longer than usual, I would say. But it's I think it's well worth it. And of course, if you guys don't have the funds, do not overspend yourself. You do not have to. It's only if you feel like you want some funny business perch, or if we're funny enough, if you like us enough, if you would like to support us, please don't burden yourself, especially after the holidays. Do it if you are able to.
And who knows? Because the new year, we might feel a little generous. We might do some giveaways.
Little giveaways.
Little
That's another reason to
giveaways.
come by the stream. Maybe we'll do one during the stream.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Actually, too,
Wow.
if you subscribe to our Twitch channel, you actually get discounts on our merchandise.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
That's all I have to say. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Hell yes.
Yeah, buy our merch. You'll hear a little bit more in the new year. Lots of cool, I don't want to say changes, but a lot of just little topographical things that happen.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful. Sometimes you got a new hairdo, or you gotta try new things and just experiment. We may do an ASMR podcast eventually.
No, we will not be doing that. My voice is not made for ASMR.
just give me a taste, Matt. Just do it for the good people.
I don't think anyone wants to hear this.
I know some people that would.
Not going to answer that question.
Whispers in his ear. We're gonna go see Spider-Man: No Way Home next week.
I can't wait.
Oh, dude, I'm so stoked.
Have you seen any spoilers?
What's funny is every time I see anything, I'm like, nope.
That's what you have to do.
Nope. I hope.
Is that a microphone in your pocket, or are you just excited to see me there, Mike? And that concludes today's episode.
Yeah. So, Happy New Year, everyone.
Yes.
Matt and I collectively thank you for the hell of a ride for this past year of the full year of Funny Business. It's just going to get better and better every day, every week. And this would not be possible without all of you listening. So if you're in your car, if you have us on your AirPods Pro, if you have us on our regular AirPods, you mean your earbuds, if you're watching us on YouTube, we truly appreciate all the support. And again, it would not be possible without the support of all of you. So thank you all so much. And until the next time, see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.